Today we're taking a real-world look at what it's actually like to live with, where it shines, where it gets on your nerves, and who it makes sense for as a used buy. We won't just talk about the riding experience and its typical quirks, but also the stuff that really matters when you're shopping for one. Electrics, mapping, maintenance, and wear items. Whether you've got the 750, the 1200, or the later 900 on your short list, the basic formula stays the same. An upright riding position, wide bars, a taut chassis, and an engine that's all about driving hard out of corners rather than chasing top speed. Presented by Motorize.de, your go-to source for new and used spare parts. Pretty bold for its time was the ride-by-wire system with 3 maps: Sport, Touring, and Rain, each one noticeably reshaping the bike's character. The foundation was a steel trellis frame with aluminum side plates, giving the motorcycle a compact, tightly connected feel. In 2011, Aprilia upped the ante. The Dorsoduro 1200 arrived with 1,197 cc and a lot more punch in the mid-range, paired with powerful radial Brembo calipers. Depending on the model year, ABS later became standard. Despite the extra performance, the concept stayed the same. Plenty of leverage, plenty of control, and plenty of drive on the way out of a corner. It puts out around 92 horsepower at roughly 8,750 RPM and delivers about 82 Nm of torque, a setup built less for chasing revs and more for punching hard out of corners. Everything is managed via ride-by-wire with 3 modes: Sport, Touring, and Rain. The chassis pairs a steel trellis frame with aluminum side plates. Up front, there's a 43mm upside-down fork with a single rear shock at the back. For braking, Aprilia fits twin 320mm front discs with radially mounted 4-piston calipers, something you notice straight away on real roads because the system bites confidently and is easy to modulate. The engine is prominently cradled in the trellis aluminum frame, reinforcing the bike's technical, purposeful look. Ergonomics-wise, Aprilia is all about maximum freedom of movement. A slim, tapering seat at around 870mm, a wide, high-mounted handlebar, and an active, front-wheel-focused riding position. It's perfect for shifting your weight through corners, but for shorter riders, it's a real stretch. A nice touch: the digital cockpit with an easy-to-read gear indicator and clear rev information. On a V2 that likes to vibrate, that's a bigger advantage than you might think. In the city, the upright riding position gives you a great view ahead, and in Touring or Rain mode, the throttle response becomes noticeably more civil. Even so, this is a bike that wants to be ridden, not merely used. The firm setup with an upside-down fork and a rear monoshock delivers loads of feedback, but can feel harsh on rough roads. Out on the back roads, it really comes into its own. Fast left-right transitions are effortless, and the wide handlebar gives you plenty of leverage. One everyday drawback is the limited steering lock. Tight U-turns and squeezing into narrow parking spaces can get fiddly. And if you're planning long stints, you'll notice it quickly. Wind protection and seat comfort are more fun bike than true touring machine. The ride-by-wire fits right in, and it's more than just a marketing buzzword. Sport and Touring deliver noticeably different responses, letting the bike swing with your mood from a wild fun machine to a composed tool for backroads. A real standout is the chassis. A steel trellis frame with aluminum side sections, compact geometry, and that signature Aprilia precision when you tip into a turn. The hardware delivers too. Up front, 320mm twin discs with radially mounted 4-piston calipers, sharp yet easy to modulate. And then there's that supermoto vibe: a tall seat, loads of room to move, and a bike that naturally encourages you to ride more actively. On early Dorsoduro 750 model years, issues with the alternator stator and regulator rectifier crop up again and again. Typical signs are a weak battery, unreliable starting, or charging voltage that won't stay steady when you test it. Ride-by-wire can be a bit divisive too. In sport mode, the throttle response down low can feel jerky, while Rain noticeably dulls the power and makes the bike feel a little strangled. Range is another real-world factor. Depending on the version, the tank is on the small side, and at around 6 to 7 liters per 100 kilometers, you'll be thinking about the next fuel stop sooner than you'd like. And when you service the chain, take a close look at the eccentric chain adjusters. If they're not looked after, they can seize up and turn what should be a simple adjustment into a proper struggle. If you want a sharper look and a punchier soundtrack, go for road-legal slip-ons from Akrapovic or Aero. On ride-by-wire models, a properly dialed-in map is well worth it, so it doesn't just get louder, it runs smoother too. For everyday use, a small touring screen and a tank bag shaped for the slim tank make a big difference. Heated grips and a power socket are smart upgrades as well, especially if you're using it as a commuter. Popular styling tweaks include a shorter, road-legal tail tidy and LED indicators. And since the Dorsoduro comes stock on 17-inch wheels, tire choice is huge, from sporty to long-lasting options for high-mileage riders. What matters most when buying isn't so much the price as the bike's history. Have all recalls been taken care of? Are software updates for the injection mapping properly documented? And is there proof of regular servicing? Especially with the 750s, it's worth taking a close look at how it starts, both cold and hot, and checking charging voltage and battery condition, because electrical issues aren't uncommon. Also, inspect the brakes and suspension. Up front, you've got radially mounted 4-piston calipers on 3 20mm discs, and repairs can get expensive. And the classic telltale, chain and sprockets, and how well they've been maintained, say a lot about the previous owner. It rewards riders who live for corners and control. Upright, supermoto close, with a V-twin that's more about punch and feel than outright top speed. If you're after an emotional backroad bike, the 750 will make you happy. If you want that extra hit, look to the 1200, but be prepared to bring a bit more respect and a bigger budget for tires and brakes. As a used buy, it's an easy recommendation, provided the service history checks out and the electrics and software updates are in good order. Definitely take it for a test ride. If you like the throttle response in your preferred mode and it starts easily and charges properly, you're getting a bike bursting with character. It's not ideal, though, for long-distance riders who expect lots of wind protection and comfort.